What's up, everybody? You're watching Laketoria Nights, a show where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, and everything in between. I'm Kevin, joined by CJ and Andy. Say hello, guys.
Hello, guys.
What's up, everybody?
Today we're going to talk about the TV show Arrested Development. Looks like the long-awaited 5th season is scheduled to air at the end of this month. Before we get into that, though, a brief history. Arrested Development is a TV show that follows a former wealthy dysfunctional family, the Bluths. I won't say there's really a plot. It's more like mini arcs that maintain running gags throughout each season and the series as a whole. After its debut in 2003, the series received 6 Primetime Emmy Awards and 1 Golden Globe Award. In 2007, Time listed the show among its all-time 100 TV shows. In 2008, it was ranked 16th in Entertainment Weekly's New TV Classics list. In 2011, IGN named Arrested Development the funniest show of all times. Its humor has been cited a key influence on later sitcoms such as 30 Rock and Community. Despite all that, Arrested Development received low ratings and viewership on Fox. It was canceled in 2006. Rumors of an additional season and featured film present until 2011, when Netflix agreed to license new episodes and distribute them exclusively. These episodes were later released in 2013. Netflix is now releasing the first part of the 5th season May 25th. As a big fan of Arrested Development, I was sad to see it canceled, but when Netflix brought it back, I was super excited. When I asked my friends about Season 4 and how they liked it, I guess they had mixed reviews. I feel like the critics had such mixed reviews that they had to redo the 4th season again. So I guess my question to, you, CJ, is which 4th season is better? Is that a good way of saying that? Which 4th season is better?
Which version of the 4th season do you like more?
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Which version of the 4th season do you like more?
Honestly, I like the remix. I think it just flows better, and it gives you that true-to-form Arrested Development feel that I feel like was missing from the original cut. I feel like the original cut it bounced around a little bit too much, where this cut doesn't bounce around as much, but still tells the same story, just more in a cohesive way.
All right. Do you still like the original cut or the old cut, or is this one just they should have just done this from the very beginning?
I feel like they should have did this from the very beginning. I didn't mind the original cut. I didn't hate it like a lot of people did, or even dislike it. It just felt a little different, and I didn't mind it being different because I loved the show and it was still funny. It still hit all its notes that I wanted it to hit. But this remix again, it just feels like if you're watching it like binge watching it, you can't tell the difference between season 3 and season 4 if you watch it now with the remix. Where before, after season 3, season 4 just feels really different.
I see.
So, as someone who hasn't watched either season 4 yet, could either of you explain what it was that made it so different?
You want to take that, Kev?
Yeah, I got it. I guess it's the way that they focused on one character. In the 4th season, they would take one of the characters and they would take you from the end of the 3rd season all the way up to present time, and you would just follow that character's journey to how they ended up at the party. And sometimes it would take 2 or 3 episodes for them to get there. And at that point, when you watch Arrested Development, you're kind of used to having them all as a group kind of interacting with each other and being funny. But in this sense, if it's like, all right, well, this episode's a Buster-heavy episode. Well, if I'm not into Buster and I'm more of a Tobias guy, well, I'm going to have to sit through 2 or 3 episodes before I even get to, my favorite character and what's going on there.
Gotcha.
So, I could see why it would sit wrong with some people. At the same time, I think it was a unique way of telling the story. They might have lost their mind a little bit. And I kind of agree with CJ when he says that the cut is better than the original 4th season.
Okay.
Before, when we were talking about it, I was more concerned about the 5th season and which way they were going to go. But I didn't know that they did a recut of the 4th season when we were talking about it. And now that I've seen the 4th season, I have no reason why the 5th season would be similar to the old ways that they did it before. So I kind of feel like they learned from their mistake, and Netflix is like, okay, here we go. Because I kind of feel like that this 5th season is going to be like the end. There's not going to be any more Arrested Development after this.
Hopefully they get that movie made.
I don't think they're going to make the movie.
You can ask Community about how that works out.
That's still up in the air for Community. I mean, they're still
it's
waiting
been up
for that
in the air
movie.
for how many years now?
They got their 6 seasons. At any point in time, they can go up to him and go, "Hey, we want that movie." Dan Harmon wrote the movie. He's like, "It's ready. It's ready to go." And speaking of which, when I was watching the 4th season, the recut, I didn't know Dan Harmon was in that episode, in an episode of Arrested Development.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I'm like, I know that guy.
It does a lot of little things that I didn't notice the first time I watched the 4th season that I saw this time. Like, I remember talking to you earlier today, Kevin, when they're all going to the club, and the club's called N. Jeremy Piven. I totally forgot that when you watch the theme song of Entourage, which stars Jeremy Piven, the way they do the theme song is they put like the names on billboards and buildings, like, you know, Rex Lee, Eric O'Neill, or whatever his name was, or, you know, everyone, Adrian Granter,
Turtle,
Jerry Ferrara. And when they get to Jeremy Piven, who plays Ari Gold on the show, his name is on this building. It just says N. Jeremy Piven. So when they went to the club says N. Jeremy Piven, just the way it does in the Entourage opening theme song. And that was just the club that they were going to. So like little Easter eggs like that were like throughout the show that I never really noticed before, that I notice now rewatching it. I think I didn't notice before because there's so much going on with the original cut. And remember, the original cut was only like, what, 10, 13 episodes, something like that?
Right, but I think they were like close to 45 minutes each, I think.
Yeah, but everything was just a lot to take in with the original cut.
Well, the thing I've noticed, I guess, with that, I guess they've taken off the original 4th season. They don't have it there anymore. They just have the new one.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of disappointed they did that. But at the same time, I understand why they did.
Like I said, the new 4th season's easier to binge watch through. And I think they're capitalizing on people knowing there's a season 5 coming out. They're going to start from episode 1 and binge watch all the way through episode 4 to catch up to watch episode 5.
It could also just be that they didn't want people to get confused. Like, if they watched the original season 4, and then we're like, what's this other thing? And then they're like, but we already saw all this.
Well, I feel like that'd be kind of disjarring watching the original 4th season and watching this going, why are you picking like 4 things from different episodes all over the place?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you hope to see in the 5th season? Because the way they cut the new 4th season, they kind of gave you the cliffhanger in the first episode, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't expect much from the 5th season. I just want to laugh. I just want like some running gags, some Tobias, is he gay or isn't he jokes. I want...
Looks like I accidentally blew myself.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I just want some old running gags, maybe a couple cameos that you don't expect, like Charlize Theron's character coming back.
Right.
Maybe a cool little little nods like happening throughout the season. I'd be cool with. I don't need anything spectacular or new per se. Kind of like I kind of just want like a Swan song if this is going to be it.
Okay.
Take your final lap and ride off into the sunset.
So you want all the gags that they did throughout the whole season just to come back and be like, all right, kind of wink at the camera, walk back off, and then they just kind of end it, and you're okay with that?
I would be.
Ride off into the sunset.
I even liked when there was one scene when George Michael and P-Dog were naming their app, and he wanted it to be called Block Block, and he was like, that sounds too much like a chicken. And then he stood up and he like lift up his leg and he was trying to do, he's gonna go like block like a chicken. Running gag that no one in the Blue family knows what a chicken sounds like.
Right.
So like just little things like that, you know, that'd be cool.
All right then. So then, how do you feel about them releasing the first part of the 5th season? They're not releasing the whole thing, just half of it.
I guess the art of good storytelling is keeping wanting more. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess I haven't quite read that far into it, but I guess stuff like that kind of annoys me sometimes because they did that with Voltron, where they're like, all right, we're giving you the first half, and the first half is like 8 episodes, and then the other half is the other 8 episodes, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me? And I kind of feel like with this, they're probably going to go, well, they only gave us 12 episodes, so here's 6 here, and we'll give you another 6 next time.
Well, I got sucked into Castlevania, and just when it got good, they're like, the end. It's like, wait a minute. Wow, this is like 6 episodes at like 15 minutes apiece.
I guess. Well, I guess that could be another talk about the trend that Netflix is going in and how they're presenting their TV shows.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think they do it just so they can have more original content, just spaced out a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're... Yeah, you're right, Kevin. We can have this discussion another time. I was about to go into a diatribe about how the monthly subscription business model requires certain certain production schedules and stuff. But
All right. Well then,
that's definitely off topic.
That's fine. No, we can end this here. So CJ, do you have any last words about Arrested Development or anything that you want to add on to that we haven't already said right now?
To quote the great Lucille Bluth, "The apple doesn't from the tree fall."
I thought you were gonna do a.
I think we should all pick a chicken sound now and just do one. Kevin, go.
No, we're not doing a chicken sound.
Andy,
Anything
go.
from you, Andy? Anything from you, Andy, at all?
Ka-cha! Ka-cha!
No.
Chaw, chee-chaw, chee-chaw, chee. A-coodle-doodle-doo, a-coodle-doodle-doo.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Caw, 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 caw.
Or don't. I'm not your boss. I can't tell you what to do. Do whatever you want. We're out. We're done.